PR Connections Radio presents the Cause Marketing Chamber of Commerce brings businesses and nonprofit organizations together to create synergistic relationships that benefit the community. Join our tribe to network with community and business partners, increase sales, improve fundraising efforts, differentiate your brand, help worthy nonprofits, and more. Become a member today. Visit our website, causemarketingchamber.com, to see how we can help you grow your business or your nonprofit organization. Click on the Join Now button at causemarketingchamber.com. Help us build a world where social responsibility is the new bottom line.
G'day, everybody. I don't know what it's like where you are, but in Las Vegas right now, the sun's shining, so I am really happy. I've got a beautiful guest on today with a beautiful heart for the business of giving. I'd like to introduce you to this wonderful lady, Monica Garcia.
Yes.
G'day.
Mm-hmm. Hello. Thank you for having me.
Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad I finally got on. I've got to tell my viewers that I put a little piece of duct tape over my camera so that I don't ever get caught. And I forgot to take it off. And I thought I was in a real pickle. But here we are. Okay, let's go for it, Monica. Who are you? What do you do? Why are you on here today? And why am I interested in you?
My name is Monica Garcia. I am the founder and executive director of an organization called the Love Yourself Foundation. I always like to say that the mission's in the name. So we're helping people learn to love themselves and connect it back to the community and to the planet. And I'm here today because I would really like to talk about an event that we are doing in Las Vegas on November 15th from 11 to 3 at the Beverly Theater.
Yes, I was looking that up. This is very interesting. I got into a little bit of a thing. Somebody came through the door, so I never got into my little Bible of appointments. But I'd love to come. It sounds fantastic. It sounds really interesting. So this is your second year doing it, eh?
In regards to the events or what specifically?
This one you're doing on the 15th.
Actually. So this is the first time we're doing this event.
Okay.
We did another event back in June at the Beverly Theater. It was a different type of event, but this is the first of its kind that we're producing on November 15th.
Yeah, it's going to be. I saw that they want you back, so that's a good thing. All right, so tell me, first of all, how did you get here? You know, what made you open up this store?
A lot of self-reflection. So back in 2016 into 2017, I went through a huge life change. I was going through a variety of mental health, emotional health problems, and I had a near-death experience in May of 2017. And so during that time, my world really turned upside down. But, in hindsight, it actually helped everything work out for the best, as it usually does. And so when I was going through that, my view of the world was evolving with me. I grew up as an environmentalist, always eager to help humans learn to take better care of the planet. And through that work, I realized that I wasn't taking care of myself. And I was really missing an important ingredient in that. And so again, due to various things that I went through back in 2017, leading up to the near-death experience that I had, it really reworked everything for me. And during that time, I was thinking about the connection of humans with the planet and thinking, well, if many people out there are struggling with various mental health issues, how can I expect them to think beyond, right? Because when we're going through such traumatic events, we're in survival mode, and it can be very, very challenging to think about anything else besides your survival. So as I looked online, as I was reflecting so much, I looked at mental health issues rising globally and environmental degradation also escalating to higher points. And I thought, what if there is a correlation between the two, given that, humans, we are part of this natural world, even though modern society has a way of helping us forget, but that is the reality. And so I thought, you know what, maybe my focus now needs to be on helping people learn to love themselves and starting there and then connecting the dots. So that's really how the idea was birthed. And then in July of 2018, the organization was launched online.
Wow, that's a lot of stuff. Yeah, what a great like going from step to step to step and bringing Mother Earth into it. Anyway, that I just believe that unless my whole office over here, I've got a window and it's just full of plants, and it's crazy. They love the sun, and it's a great little nest in here for them. And people come in here and feel whole, complete, and perfect just because of the energy of what I try and think of this as being Mount Charleston. Yeah, that's by concrete and cement and tar and what have you. But it about being connected to the planet. I mean, we are earthlings, and unless we get that right, which we're not doing very well at the moment, unless we get that right, it's just so hard. There's so much healing out there. Oh, I just love the whole concept. So how did you get from an idea, a concept, into something that you could put on paper and make it real for other people?
Yeah, that's a great question. Well, it took a while, of course. I took a year off from my regular activist spirit. And during that year, I was teaching English actually to kids in Spain. I'm also Spanish, so I was spending some time out there as I was figuring out my life, technically, what I was going to do. And so during that time, I was drafting what the organization could look like. I pretty much derived the key elements of it based off things that helped me. So yoga, therapy, art, music, bringing people together. And so I really framed it on things that helped me. And I figured, hey, if it helped me, it can help other people. And because I had previous program development experience, never developing an organization by any means, but I had developed campaigns and worked on campaigns and worked on programming. So I really I drew inspiration from what I had done. And I thought, well, this is like a huge leveling up, but we're going to do it. And so that's really what it came down to. And then that following year in July of 2018, launched it. And at the beginning, had just friends helping me. I had a friend develop the website, a friend that was a graphic designer, friend that was in marketing. So I owe so much to those first friends that were like, all right, we're going to help you get this off the ground.
Love makes the world go round. Where would we be without friends? Well, first of all, I've been doing Spanish lessons every day for over a year, so I can say bueno now. I've done really well. And the idea of being one with the vibration of Earth is more than a lot of people actually can get their teeth into. It's kind of like, ooh, it gets really big. Mm-hmm. So, and lassoing people, or lassoing, depending what country you come from, that takes a bit. You need some focused people to be able to bring people back into where it connects with them, and so they can survive. And I just, you're like a sister from another mother, like 50 years ago. Yeah, there's so much you say that I just get the barefoot bit too. I mean, that's really important. I don't do doctors, but I gave up with all the pain, and I went to a doctor to find out why my foot hurts, the heel of my foot. Mm-hmm. I'm carrying all this weight all over my body, cheeks, everything, you name it. He said, you've lost the fat on the bottom of your heel. I have a fat-free heel. So it's really tough for me because I go barefoot everywhere, until the roads get over 100 degrees and scorch your feet, or the snow on the ground. I've been barefoot for too many decades. You're making a person that has one fat-free heel. I want you to know. So now I have to limp when I want to go out with bare feet. I got to have something on one foot, not on the other. Yeah, I understand that concept perfectly too. So, how many people do you have in your organization?
So we have right now, thankfully, we've been working with UNLV and with CSN in receiving interns. We started that partnership in 2020. So with UNLV specifically and with CSN a couple of years ago. So lots of gratitude to them because the interns have been instrumental in really letting our growth evolve. But right now, I would say we have a team roughly around 12 to 15, depending on, some might be helping in a less active way, but are there. So especially like imagine we do a workshop. I have folks that I can call on to be facilitators. So they might not be in the day-to-day operations, but they're still there to support.
Yeah, and with the interns, they need to go through all the prep work to know what they're doing too. So it takes an enormous amount of time. You must not have any spare time.
I try to live a balanced life. So, yeah, I honestly try to, if I'm out here spreading self-love, I have to be applying that myself. So I always try to say that and I always say this to the team as well, that we have to be practicing, what we're preaching. So I'm really big on that. So I do try to live a very balanced life. Mm-hmm.
Good on you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How long is it taking you to put this event together?
So this event, we got the invitation to go back to the Beverly over the summer.
Yay!
Yeah, so it's been in the works for some time. The inspiration of this event in particular, though, the idea of it, I actually had the idea before the pandemic, and it's just been a matter of finding the right time to do it. And so when we received the invitation to go back, I said, well, why don't we run this idea? And they liked it. So we've been planning it now, I would say, since the summer. Mm-hmm.
And how's it going with people signing up?
Well, right now we're just in the very initial phases of promo. So usually things don't really pick up until like 2 weeks, the week of, even the day of. So
since COVID, that's that 4 years of people walking around like zombies. That's definitely the case. I gave up on even having parties, because people can't tell you if they're coming or not. And that takes the idea of food, because I saw you're having food.
Yes. Yeah. Well, yep. We have our folks from our friends over at Sparrow and Wolf will be donating. So they're donating food for the event that day.
And how long is the event?
So the event will be from 11 to 3 p.m. that day.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And how many speakers do you have? Will you have?
So we're aiming to have 6. I'm actually going to be one of the speakers. So we're actually working on landing one more, and so in the works for 6. Currently confirmed, we have 5.
And is there interactive times with the speakers? Okay. Well, what does that entail?
Yeah, we're going to have a networking period. So after the speaker portion's done, there's going to be a networking hour. And that would be a wonderful opportunity to connect with the speakers.
Fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, I've never been to that particular area. So how does anybody get there, and is there parking, and how does it all go? Is it a nightmare or is it easy?
Well, there's street parking. So the Beverly Theater, it's right by the Writer's Block, which is a cafe, and it's in the Arts District. It's if people are familiar where Las Vegas Academy is, it's not too far away. That is my old high school, but it's down the road. So yeah, it's right in that vicinity. And I would say parking is not terrible. It's street parking. And I would say on a Saturday morning, I guess give or take, maybe it's busy, but last time we were there was also a Saturday morning, and I didn't hear people having a hard time with parking.
Okay. Now, after an event like this, what's the follow-up? Can people connect with you and work out other ways to move this along further afield?
Absolutely. I would say always, social media is the best way to connect with us. So we have, we're on mainly Instagram, we have Facebook, we have TikTok, we have Blue Sky. Our handle is the LY Foundation, and of course our website, the lyfoundation.org. So between the website and social media, those are always the best ways to get in touch with us.
I only heard about Blue Sky just the other day. I thought, what a pretty name.
Mm-hmm.
And it was something political that I heard it, so I looked it up. You got to keep up with all this stuff. You only have to stop breathing for a few hours, and bingo, there's more stuff out there.
Mm-hmm.
And so, do you have like places in the time between events where people can hook up with mentors in your organization?
Well, we don't have mentors ourselves. But I would say if people are interested in networking with us, that networking hour would be a great time. We'll also have our table there. So if people want to talk to us throughout the event, the table is there. But our organization, one of the main things we're wanting to promote is a new program that we developed that's called the I Am Love program. And this would be a telehealth service to support artists and hospitality workers receive mental health support. The program is not off the ground. We've been in a fundraising phase for a while, but we hope that next year we can launch a pilot of the program. We would love to by spring, but as long as we launch it at some point next year, we'll be really happy so we can start helping people one-on-one. So with that program, once it's done and off the ground, we will have a team of providers. So for folks that would need that mental health support, then that's when we will have that. As of now, we don't have that.
Well, it sounds like you've got this egg that's broken open here, and all this is coming out, this fabulous thing. Then you got another little egg over here that's about to give birth. It sounds just phenomenal. And having people to back you up, that's the thing. People that you can rely on and that will stand with you. That's a big thing. When you find those kind of people, you got it made. So what else can you tell me about your organization, the people, and this event? Because we want everybody to go to this event. So go for it, girl.
Thank you. The event in particular, it's a speaker series that we're producing, and we're showcasing leaders within hospitality and the arts that are leaders not only in their industry, but also in talking about the importance of mental health and self-love. So we have different chefs that we've been working with for some time. Among them is Gary Lamorte, director of Honest Hospitality. On the roster for speakers is also Josh Molina, who is the co-founder of Makers and Finders. We also have Jason Bernstein, who is the owner of J-Born Group. On there too, we have an artist that has been a huge supporter of LYF for many years. Her name is Tana Marie. And then myself, and we're working on landing one more speaker, so I won't say their name yet. But that's the idea, is what we're hoping is that this event not only brings folks in those industries together, but it also serves to show how so many people in arts and hospitality are wanting to steward more of this conversation around mental health and the importance of it. So that's the idea, the intention with this event on November 15th. We'll also have music, art, as mentioned before. We will have food available. It will be a networking opportunity and a community opportunity, an opportunity to come together, to socialize, to meet new people, and have this conversation develop further. And one other thing to note is it's also going to be a way to promote our new program, the I Am Love program, that, like I mentioned, we hope to launch next year. So that's more information on the event itself. And then one last note, the reason we've been wanting to focus on folks in arts and hospitality A lot of it was due to the pandemic and just seeing how folks in those industries were suffering and not getting the resources they needed. And over the years, we've always worked with different artists and folks in hospitality, just the nature of our organization, with art being a huge focus. And also, having done so many events here in Vegas, meet so many folks within hospitality. So during the pandemic, observing how these demographics were being impacted showed me that more needed to be done. And then unfortunately, in September of 2021, I had a really close friend who passed to suicide. And he was the front man of a local band here, and a beautiful soul. He was on this mission in life to spread love, to bring unity. And so when we lost him, it again just showed me that more needed to be done. And so he had a song that the chorus was, "I am love, I am peace, I am joy." So in his memory, that's why we're naming this new program "I Am Love" in memory of him.
Well,
so.
I didn't bring a tissue with me. That's beautiful. Oh my goodness. What a wonderful grounding and a wonderful foundation. All that you're doing. I mean, there's nothing about it that's not powerfully positive and inspirational.
Thank you.
And you talk about during the pandemic, I used to go to down south beyond the Strip. We kept it going for as long as we could through the pandemic, a Toastmasters meeting. And one night I decided to come back right through the Strip on my way home because I live north of the Strip. And it was amazing. There wasn't a light on. Mm-hmm. And I think I was the only car that I could see. There were a few people on bicycles, and that was it. It came to me. Can you imagine all the people that were out of work just in hospitality and the arts, just by looking down that road? I mean, thousands and thousands of people. I can't imagine the impact it had just on that street of people that work there. It is just, and that's never left me. And I'm really grateful that I was able to get through it, tap dancing my way around everything to survive to this day and age with one skinny heel. So once again, let us know where to contact you and how to get the tickets.
Sure. So the best way to contact us is on our website. So thelyfoundation.org. That's the best way. And to get tickets, you can also find it on our website. But we also have a different link that we're using. It's through this platform called Give Butter. But we will also have that listed on our website.
Awesome. Well, is there anything else you'd like to say, Monica? You did come out with a bucket full, that's for sure.
I think I shared all the main things. Just thank you so much for having me and for the opportunity to speak.
Oh, thank you so much for coming. I know how busy you are, and the fact that you're able to squeeze us in is just phenomenal. And the fact that, this will go on PR Connections website, and anybody can look it up and find out about all being there. And I've got it here now. Let me have a look what I'm doing on the 15th October of November.
November, okay, yeah.
15th of November. I'll be there.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Thank you, Monica. Aloha.
Thank you.
Aloha.
PR Connections Radio thanks you for watching this podcast. Check out more episodes of this show and our others at prconnectionsradio.com.